Welcome back to Overexerted, a Disney Lorcana podcast. Today, it's just me and...
James.
Yeah, no Heath today. It's just the two of us. We can make it if we try.
Yeah, it's like this thing. I mean, what's the countdown on going off the rails without Heath here?
Yeah.
Right?
Instant.
Like all
Instant.
it'll be all like Comic-Con and Union Arena talk for like the last half hour.
Oh, don't get me started on Union Arena. I am not too happy. I went to 2 tournaments on the weekend, and I didn't know that our locals did, like, because it's a rare battle, so you get like a special card for that set. And our locals did this thing where like you can play your own deck, and you'll just get a card for your own deck that's not part of the rare battle. And I was like, no, just give me the loner decks. I'll try 2 decks that I've never played before. Entered 2 tournaments with 2 decks that I've never played before and went 0-6.
Wow, the honeymoon is over.
But Union Arena is also, it's not like Lorcana with like best of 3 or 2 game format. It is one and done. You play 1 game, you lose, you're out. Just move on to the next one.
Brutal.
So I don't know.
Right.
It's I like that. I like that format kind of, but
it does make it for a faster, quick paced thing kind of thing. But also it's like, oh, give me another chance.
Yeah, it's nice when you like go to a tournament and you're like, oh, I've got to play 3 games, and it's like tournament starts at 2, and you're like, so when are we gonna be out of here? And they're like, probably like 4:30ish. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, never mind. I guess this is nice.
Not 9 o'clock. What?
Yeah. Oh.
Speaking
Speaking of which, set champs are coming up.
They are. But first, the bigger than set champs.
There's something,
but not as big as DLCs. Actually, let's talk about DLCs first. So the first DLC, actually, as of recording this, the first DLC in Milwaukee and somewhere in Europe that I can't remember the name of right now. Is it Bochum? Is it Bologna? I don't remember which one. I don't know. Somewhere.
Yeah.
We're not buying them, so. But anyway, the first one here in Milwaukee is going on sale in the morning at 9 a.m. Pacific. So good luck. I hope that if you're trying, you got your ticket. A lot of things were announced last minute because everyone was clamoring for information, including where it's happening. We know it's Milwaukee, but where in Milwaukee?
Where to buy tickets, I heard, was a big clamor too.
Yeah, where are we going to buy the tickets? So all of those questions were basically answered today, the day before the sale. And we found out something interesting beyond all of that, which is that tickets there will not be a wait list. So if they sell out, that's it. If tickets get returned, they will go back into the pool and be available on the site, so where are they being sold? Pastime's website. You got to go to their website. You got to have an account there to buy there. But apparently the tickets are just going to go back into the pool. They said they may announce, or they will announce when that is happening, but I don't know if that's going to happen because I'm sure that maybe it's an automated system where tickets may just randomly show up for someone to buy. So it may turn into the thing where people are like refreshing the website continuously or something when it gets closer to the return deadline, things like that. We'll see.
For those days.
We don't know any information about side events. We do know that apparently it is most likely that there will be no side events on Friday. It is just going to be pickup only of the badge, which is a big letdown from what happened at the later DLCs where we had like multiple 300-person competitive events happening on Friday, in addition to sealed and on demand and all that kind of stuff. So
it was nice.
Yeah, it was nice. So we'll see if maybe something gets changed between now and September or October, whenever this is happening. You can tell that I'm barely paying attention to more than just like the overarching details of these things since I'm not going. Like I don't know every single little specific detail, like start times and all that. I'm like, yeah, it's happening in Milwaukee. But anyway, let's talk about what they did announce at the Lorecast last week, which is actually some very good news. It actually did make me happier than I had been. And they revealed this graphic, which let's point out the parts you don't need to pay attention to. which is down at the bottom there. It says set champs and weekly play, because those have no effect whatsoever on the challenge path. This is less a flow chart and more of just a chart.
Yeah, I was looking at it when they first put it up, and I was like, so if I go to set champs, then I can go to third party supported events, and that can take me to North America. Hold
Yeah.
on, wait a
So
sec.
yeah. So what they did is if you recall, at the North American and European Championship, they had 32 LCQ pods that 32 people got the last chance invites into Continentals. What they have done is they have taken 24 of those, and they are going to be giving them to third-party events spread throughout each region. Where they are, we don't know yet. You have to these local third-party events have to apply to become what they're calling a CCQ, Championship Challenge Championship Qualifier. Most of them will only be given, each event will only be given one invite. Some will be given two, and in addition, they will be getting sent non-foil challenge promos from this season to give out as prizing. So the challenges will not be the only place where you can earn non-foil promos, which is very cool. That was, to me, was one of the main things. My problem is I could not go and earn these promos myself. If I wanted them, I was going to have to go buy them somewhere. But now that there's third-party events, and hopefully third-party events coming close to me, I will have a chance to compete and earn those. They have some vague rules, like it has to be a certain number of people, like 128, I think was what they prefer for a minimum. They did not count out events that have cash prizes. Even though challenges never will have cash prizing, they may allow some third parties that do have cash prizing to be a CCQ. So basically, there will be logos, and they will be on the website, and there will be wording and such that signifies which ones are official CCQ events that have an invite and promos. And then there will be other third-party supported events that have things like playmats or other promos, or in some way are supported by Ravensburger but are not CCQs. So you will have to pay attention to the branding, the logos, and the wording to make sure you're not going to play somewhere thinking that you're going to have a chance at an invite and you actually don't. So just be aware of that. So what do you think of this idea of taking away the last chance qualifiers from Continentals and giving them to third parties around the region?
I kind of wish that they left the number of last chance qualifiers and then just did 32 invitational spots as well from CCQs, so that you'd have, a bunch of players to whittle down into the finals for the world championships to figure out kind of who's the best of the best.
Right.
I know that's kind of the idea of cutting down the last chance qualifiers and yada yada yada. You don't want it being this big dragged out thing, but I'm like, why not have a nice full weekend of just Lorcana tournaments and people just playing nonstop games to see who's the best? Yeah, I don't know. I kind of like the idea of more people instead of taking away from the LCQs, because I don't know. I feel like if you take away from the LCQs, you're going to have less people wanting to go to the LCQs. It's like you have a better chance of doing it somewhere else, I guess. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah. On the flip side, at the Continentals, it now leaves room for a lot more attendees.
Hmm.
So there could be more people to go and have fun with side events and be there as a big crowd that's watching the event. If you're not having to, but they also may have a ton of people. The invites, they were 32 person pods. Maybe now they're 64 person pods for those 8 last spots each, or 128 person pods. So it's still 1,000 people competing for those last few spots. It just becomes
That's
a
true.
lot harder and a lot longer of a day than just the 5 rounds.
Yeah. I don't know. I thought about going to the LCQs last time, and I was like, to fly down to California to get wiped out in like the first round, and then just be putting around California for the rest of the day did not really make me go, yeah, I'll spend the money on the flight. Sure, why not?
Right? Yeah. And that's the nice thing about these CCQs is that they'll hopefully be somewhere where you can just drive to. So
Hmm.
hopefully they'll actually have one in Canada.
Yeah, I'm hoping so. Gonna try and wish that into existence here, but
Uh,
yeah,
yeah,
I'm hoping that there's kind of maybe one in an area nearby in Canada, and then maybe one in like Seattle. I don't know. I'd also be willing to travel as well. So
right. So I'm
just
I'm
not
I'm
your
hopeful
Milwaukee
that
style of travel.
yeah, that California gets a few, maybe Vegas again will get one from a third party vendor, even out in
Mhm.
Arizona would be fine. Everything that's, within a reasonable driving distance, 300-400 miles, I'll probably make it to, as long as there's not a scheduling conflict. So I'm very happy that these are available and I have a chance to actually compete, where the way the challenges are run for season 2 just locked me out. So this
Yeah,
is good news for me. So
I
just
I
go
did
ahead.
kind of have a thought though with PPG supporting or PPG having these third party events that have over 128 people. Could they not then apply
They
for the
can.
challenge champion?
Wouldn't that be crazy? That would be crazy, right?
Everybody's just going to PPG events like it's a Lorcana challenge all over again.
That would be weird. Um, so
Uh,
yeah, so over the next, so this actually this CCQ thing, Steve Cooper,
yeah.
I was calling Cooper. Cooper said on the Lorecast was something that they were actually planning for season 3, but
Mhm.
moved forward for season 2 because of what happened with the response to the challenges. Which is nice to see them again making adjustments on the fly.
Mhm.
I don't understand how they could think that there wouldn't be backlash and getting ready for this kind of thing all
Yeah.
immediately, because I think that I think it was obvious that there was going to be a problem with this. Um, and then having the on sale date already with no information out there was also kind of lame. And I mean, we didn't even know where the event was happening until like midday today, and the only place you could find it, I found it on their website, was like on their homepage but not on the Lorcana page, was that it was at the Baird Center. It's like they weren't doing a great job of communicating, and I think that's one thing that they really need to impress upon the
Mhm.
pastimes events from Ravensburger, is like, please, you guys need to be communicating clearly and as completely as possible, as soon as possible, because you're going to have a lot of people that are going to be upset about this happening. Um,
Yeah.
but this is the format. This is the way you get to Worlds now, through challenges, CCQs, LCQs, and then on to the Worlds. And that's it. That's what we're doing.
Yeah.
Whew.
I mean, it was like you said, it was nice to hear them try and fix the problem, but then also like the fact that there was no idea where everything was going to be when they came out with the lore cast last week. They were like, "Oh, well, we don't know the prices of the tickets yet. We're still trying to finalize that." And like there was all this stuff that was kind of up in the air that it almost, I'm not attacking them, I'm not bashing them, but it almost felt like they put all their attention on Worlds over the past like amount of time. I can't even try and comprehend how much time's gone by that they've had to fix this. But it's almost like they just focused all their attention on Worlds, and then like as they got closer to Worlds and everything was like, okay, we're locked in for Worlds. We know what's going on with Worlds. Now we need to start focusing on DLCs. And it's like, no, what you should have been doing is having somebody focus on Worlds on like Monday to Wednesday, and Thursday and Friday they're DLC days for the past, year and a half that you've had to do this.
Yeah. Yeah. It,
So,
it, it does feel like those things are missing. And, having, I know it's a bit of a cop out, but having a lot of the staff not show up until the last few months is a bit of an issue. Um,
Hmm.
and I mean, it's a reason, but also like the people that were there hopefully could have been doing something, but maybe some things that they were doing weren't possible because things were changing, like, no longer being with PPG. It's hard to run
Yeah.
anything when you no longer have the TO
Yeah.
there to do the things. So balls were dropped, balls were picked up. Sometimes they weren't picked up in the right order. It's the way it goes.
I I do almost feel like it's kind of risky also with what they're doing where you can email them if you're a tournament organizer and try and see if they'll give you the sponsorship for the CCQ third party event. I almost feel like it's a little risky because it's like, hey, we had a tough time doing our job. See if you can do our job better. And it seems way like for me personally, I would not ever want to be like, yeah, work's been tough lately. But if I pull this guy off the street and I show him how to do my job and he does it just as well, I think I'll still have a job tomorrow. Like it just for me in the trades, it just feels a little risky.
A little bit. Which we did find out the price. Challenges are $75, which was up
Yeah.
from 50, and attendee badges are 25, up from 20.
Hmm.
And you may think, why did one go up 50% and the other 25%? And finances is that you're going to sell 2,000 competitor badges, and if you have a certain amount of money you need to make, you raise that one so you guarantee the money. You have no idea how many attendee badges you're going to sell, so you can't
Yeah.
count on whatever that is. So you don't need to raise. You don't need that one to be where you make your money. You need to make your money on the competitor badges. It's fine. I mean, I know a lot of people are really upset about the price hike, but I mean, everything costs more right now. It's just the
Hmm.
way everything's going. I'm sure renting spaces cost money, paying people costs money. Everything costs money. Everything costs more. So I'm not too upset about that part of it, but also I'm not paying it.
Yeah. I kind of chuckled because I did hear some people go like, yeah, but like I understand that you're going to the event and you're paying $75, but Dragonfire was only selling for $50 online when you got the promo for competing in the last one. It's like, yeah, but Dragonfire was only selling for that much because that's how much a ticket cost.
And people
So
wanted their ticket money back, so they were selling it for their ticket,
I
$50.
was like, this one's gonna be 75. I hate to tell you, the new promo is gonna be 75.
And it's getting reprinted, so it's going to be a playable card, and it's a decent card. So
Yep.
I think it'll probably. I don't think it'll be below 50. That's for sure.
No.
Especially with fewer of them being out there.
Yeah. Now it's what, 4,096 at most? No,
Six thousand
6,100 and
instead of around
yeah.
10,000. There's going to be around 6,000. Anyway, so that leads us to again that bottom thing on the chart of set champs, which is coming up. Actually, we're in set champ season. There are 5 weekends of set champs. Have you competed in a set champs yet?
No.
Neither have I.
I think my first one comes up in 2 weeks, and I don't know when the other ones that I'm competing are. I just know that I'm probably going to compete in. I'm locked in for one because it's my go-to store. Shout out Tomb Keeper Cards in Mission, British Columbia. You are my go-to store for all my Lorcana needs. Uh, yeah, and so I'll definitely be competing there. I've competed there almost every set champs, and I might do one more. It depends on if I end up getting a Jafar. If I get a Jafar, then I think I just kind of I'm good to go. If not, then I probably do one more, and after that, it's kind of at that point. I guess I just don't get a Jafar.
Just buy one.
Hmm.
If you want one, just buy or
Wait,
trade for one.
wait 2-3 weeks, and they'll be like
Yeah,
$20.
yeah. I am the same. I am doing one at my main store. Shout out Kingslayer Games in Fountain Valley. Uh,
Yeah.
I'm going to play that one. That one isn't until August 2nd. So if I'm going to be doing any others, it's essentially going to have to be the day after or the weekend after because that's all that's left.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
somebody
really
told me I
can't
need
make out
to.
the others. So
Somebody said I need to figure out when all the other ones are, and I said I'll just follow where all my friends go.
I'll look around to see if there's any close by that I can just drive a few miles to and go to one of those if they have space available. But other than that, I'm not too concerned about it because, like you said, it's not going to be a really valuable card. Not like next set where everyone's going to want that card. But this set, it's fine. We'll go try and if I win it, awesome. If I don't, like I said, it's a $25 card, $30 card. I'm not really too concerned
Yeah.
about it.
That's
But
the tough part. Is it's just a cheap card, and it's like, well, apparently the other one is. Oh yeah, it's the day before I go camping.
oh, there you go. Totally can do that.
Yeah, I don't think the wife will get mad at me if I ditch partway through camping, right?
Right, no problem. But let's
Or-
talk about what's happening at competitive events here.
Sorry, I just gotta swap.
You're like playing with your ears. He's messing. If you're not watching this, he's messing with his headphones. He's playing with his ears. I was wondering what he was doing when he was taking things off.
There we go.
Just headphones, people. He was just taking headphones off.
Battery was dying in my headset.
I'm
not a professional. I didn't check beforehand.
we're going to talk a little bit about the metagame and what's happening out there in Lorcana competitive. And right now, I mean, it feels like it's a trio of decks are just dominating with Ruby Sapphire, either items or shark builds, and Steel Song or Amber Steel aggro or Diggy. I mean, basically 3 versions of Amber Steel and Green Purple. And there's still plenty of other stuff winning. I saw World Class Cards, their set champs. Amethyst Steel won, and I think Amber Ruby Racers finished in the top 4. Yeah, and 2 Turnidogs finished in the top 8. Some crazy stuff is happening. So obviously set champs are very region specific in what your meta is, but the top decks are the top decks, and those are ones that are pretty strong and are showing up a lot and winning a lot of stuff or dominating the top 4s or top 8s. I built a Steel Song that I might play, but I also built a green or an Emerald Amethyst. I built the tempo version and I played it, and I'm like, you know what? This is just not jiving for me. This set, and so I built I went to the dark side, and I built the discard. I built a fun version, not the Diablo, not the all the birds version, not all the Diablos, but like literally 4 Diablos is in there, and it's not the Herald. It's just the 2 cost evasive, with Challenger, and it's a fun deck. It's a really fun deck, and it is brutal to play against. If you hit your engine, there's not a lot they can do. So I played it on Monday night, and I went 2-1. I beat Amethyst Steel, I beat Ruby Sapphire, and I lost to Blurple. And mainly because I think in the 2 games I lost, I didn't hit my 1-drop, and I just it was like so many bad things were happening. Like I would play Ursula to try and yank friends or whatever, and they would have friends, and then they would play friends on their next turn because they just drew it. It's like that happened multiple times, and I'm like, what are you supposed to do, right?
Yeah.
So no, but it was fun. I mean, it's a fun deck. I liked it. It had lots of outs, lots of ways to deal with ready characters. The pull the lever, wrong lever combo is very fun and powerful. It has a lot of uses with 2 things you can do on each card. So you have a lot of ways to use them. And I think if you don't mind playing discard, which I know a lot of people do have issues with discard and what it is, because it is an unfun thing to play against. I know I've had it happen to me too.
But it is very fun to play.
It is very fun to play. So there's your problem. Is it's if you're on the side where you're making someone discard, it's like, hey, that's no problem at all. This is all right. But if you're being discarded, it's like, I get to play top deck battle for the rest of the game after turn 5, and it's like,
But you know what? I got one thing to say to all those discard haters out there. You know what else is fun? Winning. You should try it sometime.
yeah. So I think that Ruby Sapphire is still going to be very powerful, very fun. Again, it's another deck that if you don't like the play style is just not fun to play against, with watching your opponent take 2-minute turns and having 20 ink by turn 10. Just whatever they're doing that they do over there that just takes forever, and you're like, I guess I'll sit here and play my card in 3 seconds and move on. I know that they're going to remove on their turn. It's not a big deal, whatever. And Steel Song is fun. Steel Song is fun too. I love playing all these decks. But it's a good meta. It's a really good meta. I mean, if anything can win, then I'm pretty happy with that. The only thing I have a problem with is having to choose and the headache of trying to figure out what my local meta is going to be, because so many people that I play with at my store are not one deck all the time kind of people. There's a few who are, but most people that I play against play every deck or most every deck, and they switch between them, and you can never tell what they're going to bring, and it is so frustrating.
Yeah, I know like 1 or 2 guys that are locals have just said, I'm just sticking with this color from now on. It's going to make my life so much easier. This guy's playing, green, purple, and this guy's playing Steel Song, and it makes it so much easier because all the Steel Song cards he plays, he opens, he gives to me. I give him all my green, purple. And I'm like, well, that's nice, but that only leaves me like blue, red if I want to jump in on this.
Yeah.
So I'm like, actually, that actually doesn't sound too bad.
No.
Maybe I should jump in on that.
That's what happened. That's the blue-red player I beat is someone who has been playing Blurple from the beginning, from like the last couple sets, and they're like, I'll just play. Like I sat down, and I'm like, oh, I can write down Blurple on my paper because I know what you're playing. And he's like, you got an eraser for that? Because he's like, he decided to play Ruby Sapphire, and I'm like, oh, interesting. And oh yeah, the one game he beat me, man, his top decks were amazing. He was top decking like I managed to get rid of, like, make him discard a Sisu, and then he top decks won the next turn. And it's like, how do you? Oh, come on. But they were, like I said, it's fun. It's fun games.
Yeah. And that's still the thing. I don't know.
That's still the thing.
Yeah.
All this stuff we're talking about with CCQs and all that, the game is still fun.
Yeah. I was going to say, I went to my first in a long time league night because I've just been super busy. I kind of had to cut it down. My wife had soccer on the Tuesdays, and that's when I usually go, is Tuesday. And then Wednesday, I actually started playing touch rugby. So I wasn't going on Wednesdays anymore. And then Fridays, we've just been like slammed with stuff to do on Fridays. So nonstop busy. And then finally my wife's soccer ended, and I was like, okay, Tuesday night, I'm going to start going. So I was actually going to go tonight, and then we ended up recording tonight. But that's okay. And then, yeah, so like I went to my first one last week with this pretty janky deck, if I do say so. It was essentially a Steel Song kind of mashup that I did myself, where I ended up throwing in the 4-cost Goofy, but also a 1-cost Simba to cycle through cards, and then the Shift Simba, so that I could finally pull off that, well, Simba comes in, he attacks something, and then Goofy quests, but then Simba readies the Goofy, and then Goofy heals the Simba and readies him as well. And I'm like, oh, this is going to be just dirty because everything's getting readied, whether it's healed or not at this point. And then as soon as I found that I was playing the Simba, and the Goofy, somebody's like, well, I got to take out that Simba. Well, I got to take out that Goofy. It's like I never could have them on the field to do anything.
Everyone knows, like, oh no, those are the key points right there. Let's get rid of them.
Yeah. And so I was like, well,
Which is of course why Prince John is such a focused character of discard hate, because he's got Ward.
yeah.
You can't touch him.
Yep. So I don't know. One of my locals told me I think you should just go back to Emerald Steel. And I was like, dude, I can't play Emerald Steel because the moment I throw down a Diablo, everybody here is probably going to be playing Steel Song, and everybody here is going to have the I ping 2 damage, I fire the cannons, I do whatever I got to do to take out your Diablo as soon as it gets shifted. So I'm like, there's no point in trying to play Diablo anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not. I'm gonna see if I can. Whoops, they didn't want me to do that. Get that out of that. I was gonna see if I could share, but no, it's too hard to see. Let me see if I can do this. Here we go. We'll do that. There we go. So here's the discard deck I played. It's kind of hard to see because I'm showing on Dreamborn. But
if you close that and you did the other form, is that easier?
Maybe.
Like close the little version, and then instead of doing like the card view, do the other view.
Oh yeah. This view.
Yeah, there you go.
There we go.
It's probably easier.
All right. So as you can see, we've got some pretty fun cards in here. Notice over here, look at this. 5 uninkables.
That's golden.
It's 4 Prince Johns and 1 Peter Pan. Now the deck, I net decked this. That's the only change I made, was I put in this Peter Pan's Shadow instead of 3 John Silvers. Yeah. I only have 2. This is the spice right here.
Is that the one that gives you rush evasives? Or
the
evasives rush?
Yeah, the gives your evasives rush because you have 2 Iagos and 4 of the 2-drop evasive Diablos. Being able to give all of those rush is pretty nice. And it's only one of, so if you happen to get it early and you play it, your opponent may think you're playing a bunch of them and kind of respect the fact that you have this rush character that can come out at any point. So same thing with the Fox. Only 1 Fox. Again, make them respect the Fox. Yeah. Even though you only have 1. Only 1 Bell. Now they have to respect the Bell. So, you see all these cards, and almost everything else is a 4 of. You have, again, the wrong lever and the pull the lever package. You got improvise, a couple of those, because it's a 1-drop action that can take care of Iagos, those 4/6 Iagos, because it's a an illusion. And then all this draw and removal. Just all the ways to take care of stuff. Man. It's a nice deck. It's fun. It's not like the version that has like all the Diablos, the Diablo 1-drop, the Diablo 2-drop. What is it? 8 Diablo 1-drops, the 2-drops, and then of course the legendary drop Diablo. But the thing is, they don't have as much. I only play like 2 or 3 Prince Johns, so you don't get it as often. And they also can't play like 4 of on Hypnotize and Sudden Chill.
Yeah. Because
they have to have all those other cards in there. So you just don't have as much discard as this deck does. So it's pretty fun.
Yeah.
And then
I might have to test this out this week.
And then there's also this version of Steel Song that I found, and I put together a little version of it. Again, net decking. But there's no problem with that. And that's the fun in this one is, of course, the big Ariel.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, the Rhino, because Rhino is in everything that's Amber Steel now. But having fun bringing back Be Our Guest.
Mm-hmm.
and bare necessities. And one I find in my platinum with all of those item decks that seem to be making a resurgence. And the red blue items, the green blue items, those are getting played more. So if you want to just get rid of them all and make them have to do all kinds of work to get them back, there goes their draw engine, right? You got to be able to do it. So there's
also be our guest. Shout out to be our guest Heath, who couldn't be here tonight.
Yeah, be our guest Heath. Oh man, he chastised me for not mentioning him when I pulled it on the drawing all the Japanese and Chinese versions. And I'm like, oh look, it's be our guest, and like no mention of our favorite limited player and super know-how person, be our guest Heath, and not one mention of him.
Our favorite Ginger.
Yeah, I felt horrible afterwards. Yeah, but no, it's fun. I just like I said, playing the game is fun and figuring out all these things, and it's just what to play for set champs. What do you play?
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. There's so many good cards out right now that you can make. Like just before we hit the rotation, there is so many good cards out right now that you can make so many good decks. You have to look out for so many like things that you haven't seen in probably about a year, like be our guest. And it's just kind of crazy to me. The one that I don't know, I'm still kind of contemplating if I build the deck with it, is going back to Steel Song, but I want to throw in the Steel 1 cost Mulan and then the Shift for 2 Mulan, where when she quests, if you look at the top, what is it, 3 cards of your deck or something like that, if there's a song, you can play it for free or something.
Yep,
it's
free
like
songs.
It's like it's a Steel Song. There's like 20 songs in there. You're probably gonna hit a song. So I mean, I might have that wrong. It might even just be the top 1 card. I don't remember anymore.
Yeah.
But like the fact that you're just getting free songs, if 1, you're questing, so you're gaining lore. 2, you're possibly getting to take out one of their characters with one of your songs that you get to play for free. Like, I really wanted to make it work with either Flutes or Alan A. Dale. So it's like I quest, I gain a lore, or I gain my 2 lore, I flip over. Oh, it's a song. I'm gonna play that, and then my flute gains a lore. Oh, what a shame! I'm just going up lore left, right, and center. But I find like it's kind of too slow with Alan A. Dale or the flutes.
I'm surprised flutes haven't come back.
Yeah.
Just because the whole Ruby Sapphire, that whole thing is just so dominating and getting rid of everything that you have, and you can't quest anymore because you can't turn things sideways with the shark out. But now you can just play songs and just keep gaining lore. It's like, why hasn't flutes come back?
I'm gonna go back to classic Beta Candio deck. That's what I'm gonna play set champs.
Isn't that Diggy Diggy Hole now?
Yeah, well, before Diggy Diggy Hole, before he was on that, when he was playing flutes and he was the one making flutes big.
Or just go back to the classic 21 uninkable Zan list.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it before Beta Candio, when it started working for Ravensburger, and all of a sudden we started noticing all the amber cards get way better.
How'd that happen?
Oh, weird. They got a Goofy that heals and also readies all your characters? Oh, that's weird. Oh, and he doesn't have to be sideways for that? Weird.
We have a Rhino that has the same stats as Fox, is shiftable, and has resist. What?
And he gets the 1 cost in the same set that he gets the shift for 2. Like, what?
What?
Oh, and he shifts, and then he's now 4 cost, and then he can also sing Along Came Zeus on the turn that he was... What?
Yeah, it's crazy. It's turn 2, singing songs all the way up to Zeus. If they keep Zeus for a post rotation, man, that's game over. That deck is still going to be insane.
Oh, it's going to be absolutely destructive. The deck that I had, I was getting wrecked by people who were using like Ursula to play Zeus against the Goofy that I threw down. I'm like, man, come on, give me a chance to play something. Like, she barely cost you anything, and she's just singing Zeus on my Goof. Come on.
It's the way it goes, man. It's the way it goes. It's going to be interesting seeing what happens post rotation. we're gonna have to talk a lot about that once reveals start at the
Yeah.
end of the month, because Gen Con is in barely 2 weeks, just over
Yeah.
2 weeks. Yeah, just over 2 weeks is the Gen Con. Gen Con starts, and the first day of Gen Con, there's going to be a panel that they have said that's when they will start revealing some cards from Fabled.
Yeah. I guess we'll have to start talking about that when we reveal Eye to Eye or something from Goofy Movie, Powerline. Hint, hint. Anybody listening at Ravensburger, hint, hint.
I mean,
James told me he totally wanted to reveal that.
yeah, the perfect cast. I mean, let's
Yeah.
be honest though. We'll settle for something from Lester's.
Yeah. I mean, probably. Yeah. I figured if we got the if we got Eye to Eye or the perfect cast, we're all gonna have to do the dance to reveal it, right?
Um, I'm pretty sure that means we will all have to attempt the dance.
Well, we're all gonna have to get together for choreography every single Tuesday to learn this.
At this
And
point,
don't
I think
forget
I do want like just a can of beans. Just a can of beans is
the
fine.
alphabet soup.
Yeah.
Hi, Dad soup.
Yeah, just something. Nothing with a dance.
Come on, Rochelle, if you're listening, we'll take the dance. We'll wear the outfits. Come on.
What would be more entertaining, us or someone like Rebecca or Rudrose, who like has like a voice and can sing it, or JDZ or someone like that?
Hey, we can get
Enchanted Kim,
JDZ up here too. We'll
someone.
bring JDZ in. We'll have a
Oh yeah,
nice
guest
big
appearance.
reveal party. We'll
Yeah.
get Rud Rose. We'll get Rebecca. We'll just have a big reveal party where we all dance. It's like a
There you
live
go.
concert. A concert for a reveal. Oh no.
And then we're not going to get a card at all.
No. We'll get a 1-3 vanilla.
There you go. All right. This
I'll
is
be
the point
happy
where
if we get anything.
it devolves. I don't know how much more we want to talk about set champs. I mean, like we said, the meta's wide open. Take some stuff that you're comfortable with. That's always the thing. Take the deck you know how to play, that you've been playing, that you're good at, and just try and figure out what your meta is going to be and tech in some cards for your meta.
Whatever you do, ladies and gentlemen, please, everybody out there, do not pull a Benny, as has become famous in our Discord chat. Please do not pull a Benny and go with a deck that you made at 3 a.m. the night before. Please do not do that.
There are no bumper stickers that say WWBD for a reason.
I will admit I have never won a set champs with a deck that I built at 3 a.m. the night before, unless it was a deck that I was building that I've been playing for months that I just needed to reconstruct out of my playset binders.
Yeah.
So
there you go.
do not do that.
Play the deck you're comfortable with. Go and have fun. If you want to play something new, probably best to just take something aggro, because it's turn card sideways. It's fun. It's short games. You can play a few short games, whether you win or lose. You can sit and chat for another 20 minutes, take a break, get a drink, make the set champs a relaxing, fun experience instead of the grind that I know it's going to be if you're playing one of the decks that I showed off.
That is true. Yeah. If you play something aggro, you definitely do get.
Try the Racers deck that finished in 4th or whatever it was at World Class Cards.
He's sitting there. Do not play a deck that you constructed the night before that you've never tried. Yeah, you should try it, Benny.
I was about ready to go like, hey, should I go find that on the website?
He's gonna make me pull a Benny. Ladies and gentlemen, he's forcing my hand.
Uh-oh. No, we won't do that.
You know what we do need to do?
Oh, hey. Boom. You go first.
We need to open packs to see if we can get cards that we need.
And he's not here to stop us.
Maribel.
Nah.
Mrs. Potts.
Nah.
Dump truck.
Dump truck. There you go. Dump truck's getting
Bruno Madrigal.
putting decks now.
Jacques.
Not bad.
The Dodo.
Dodo. Okay.
LeFou.
LeFou. All right.
Jumbo Jukiba.
Yeah. Atataya?
Hikaya?
Yeah,
Yeah, I was
Atataya.
gonna say I'm
That's
gonna
that's
pronounce
your
it wrong.
late game bomb. No,
Gyro.
Gyro.
Oh no, all the cards are falling. Oh. Stitch.
Stitch. Nice. I like that Stitch.
And a foil walk the plank.
Uh,
I accidentally slid the card on the Stitch, and then I saw that it was just a regular foil behind. That's why I went, "Aw."
all right. You want to do your second deck, or your second pack? Or you want me to do mine? Let's do mine.
I mean, I'll open it, but I'm gonna watch yours.
All right. Here we go. Which one is that?
Okay.
Dewey?
Yep.
And then Con.
Yep.
Look at that. Nero. So far, nothing great, right? Tipo.
Hmm?
Gloyd Orange Boar. This is a game-winning World Championship card.
That right there is my sign to start playing the racers. Here we go.
There we go. Oh, look, it misses spots too. We always get at least one card the same. Never fails.
How?
Pua. The Droon. I barely know what this card does because no one has ever done anything with this card. What is this? The only.
Come
on. Focus. There we go. Only so much room. Ooh, nice.
Lady. Woohoo.
That's like a $5 card still or something. I don't know.
Yeah. She's the lady.
And we got Mother Gothel. Oh, look, a foil Stitch.
Foil Stitch.
And another card the same. Look at that. That foil's nice looking, though, huh?
That is. That's actually, for art, that is one of my favorite cards from this set because they made it just basically film. So, all right. Perdita. I'm just going to flick through these. Wasabi. Monterey Jack. Palace Guard. March Hare. Alice. Thumper. This might be the first pack where we actually have something that doesn't match up. Get Out.
Not yet. We're still recording. Look, you got the same card.
Walk the Plank. Wreck-It Ralph.
Nice.
It's a racer sign. The heck? I don't even think I've ever seen one of these. Belle's favorite book. And a foil stopped chaos in its tracks. This is the first time where a pack hasn't matched up, but you also didn't open up another pack. So I'm sure if you did, it would be almost the exact same.
Probably. All right. Well, I guess that's about all we can talk about this week. There's going to be a lot to talk about next week with how the sale goes for the DLC Milwaukee tomorrow. We'll see what happens there. I mean, honestly, my prediction, website crashes in 5 seconds.
Sells out within 2 seconds. Or
seconds,
maybe.
I don't think it's going to sell out right away because I think the website's going to crash and no one will be able to buy tickets. So when it works, it'll sell out in probably under 5 minutes.
Yeah. I was in Disneyland for my first DLC ticket sales.
That must not have gone well.
I kept hitting refresh. It said I was in. I hit purchase. It said I was out. I hit refresh. It said I was in. I hit purchase. It said I was out.
Yeah,
I was screaming, and I wasn't even on a ride. What the heck?
I actually have. Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. I was gonna say I think that was like, I turned to my wife and I said, tonight is one of the worst nights I've ever had in the park. She goes, oh, why? I said, I can't buy my ticket to DLC because it keeps not working. And on top of that, Grizzly River Run just broke down. I am not happy. DCA has ruined my night.
That's bad. I was actually going to say real quick, I have a moment of gratitude to close the show. And that is, for for those who don't know, I also do work on the San Diego Comic-Con unofficial blog. And the lady who runs that, she probably will be very upset I called her a lady. I don't know. But Carrie, who runs the blog and owns the blog and does so much work, we provide information to people attending San Diego Comic-Con that is not provided anywhere else, I think, in a vast and expansive amount of information. And it is all done by a group of people doing it for free. It's all in our own time. I do very little work now. I host the podcast, and that's about it these days. But the people who do the work there do so much work for the community and provide such a valuable resource. And I would just like to say that thank you to them for continuing to do it year after year for very little reward beyond people saying thank you, and that they do an excellent job. So thank you to everyone who continues to do that.
Awesome.
That's it.
Thank you.
We're done. I'm done.
Thank you for joining us on this magical journey. We hope you'll join us again soon. Next week, maybe with all three hosts. Who knows? And
We'll see.
yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I know in August I got a camping trip coming up, so it might just be James and Heath. And like I said in our personal chat between the three of us, if we get the most people tuning into that episode, I guess that's where I find out that I just retire at that moment.
Want to be like the starter reveals and you're not here, and we like it's like 5,000 views or something. And you're like, oh no.
They're like, oh, you guys have to do a card reveal, and you can only do it on this day. And I'm like, I'm camping though. And they're like, yeah, well, that's too bad. Oh no.
All right. See you later, everybody.
All right. Have a good one.